Normally what we do after the Lord's Supper is we have a word of prayer together. And instead, what I wanted to do this morning, because as I was going over this message, and we've already gone over that verse, Philippians 1, verse 6, he who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. One of the ways that we can take what we're learning and get it in our minds and in our hearts, not only the truth of God's word and the words from his word, but one of the ways that we can learn that so we can be reminded of how he feels about us and how much he loves us is with a song. So what I'm going to do this morning is I'm going to teach you a very simple one, and we will do it again, probably with a few more instruments next time. But I'm going to teach you this song, and then you guys are going to help me sing it too, because I'm not going to be the only one up here singing. April's going to, we're going to have at least a little bit of rhythm up here so I don't feel so alone. And then Daniela is going to shake it so she can be a superstar in Ellen later. Yes. But it's a very simple song. And if you know the song, please go ahead and start singing it with me. Oh, no, we're not going to do that, but I can do that if you want me to. Yeah. Okay, it's a very simple song, and I'm going to sing it, and you guys just join in with me when you can, okay? He who began a good work in you, he who began a good work in you, he'll be faithful to complete it. He'll be faithful to complete it. He who started a work will be faithful to complete it in you. That's it, simple. So sing it with me. He who began. He who began a good work in you. Sing the same phrase again. Ready? He who began a good work in you. He'll be faithful to complete it. He'll be faithful to complete it. He'll be faithful to complete it. He who started a work will be faithful to complete it in you. All right, we're going to do it a little bit different this time. Instead of saying you, we're going to say me. We're going to make it personal. He who began a good work in me. Okay, are you ready? Here we go. He who began a good work in me. Come on. He who began a good work in me, he'll be faithful to complete it. He'll be faithful to complete it. He who started a work will be faithful to complete it in me. All right, this time we're going to go back to the you, but what I want you to do is while we're singing it, I want you to just look around the room, because you might need to encourage somebody one day and say, he who began a good work in you will be faithful to complete it. And then you might need somebody to say that to you, and I want you to look around the room and see how many people you got in your life who can say that to you. He who began a good work in you. Ready? He who began a good work in you. Come on. He who began a good work in you, he'll be faithful to complete it. He'll be faithful to complete it. He who started a work will be faithful to complete it in you, and you, and you, and you. Awesome. How about that? Woohoo! All right. I hope that song gets in your mind and in your heart and sticks with you so that you can understand it's not a difference between stopping this and doing this. It's letting him do all the work. Because even stopping this, the only way we can do that is still through the work that he does. So if you belong to Him, you have everything that you need right here in your heart. There's nothing more of His Spirit that you need. But maybe what you do need is to understand His Word more and more so that it can continue the work that He started in your life, because He's committed to it and He's not going to stop.